Welcome back. As much as I love all of the fabulous fashion that comes with the Oscar red carpet, it's the makeup that can make or break you.
It's so true. And here to tell us all about last night's top makeup trends and how we can wear them is Fashion Magazine's beauty editor, Sarah Daniel.
Yeah. Hi, Sarah. So we're going to get into a bit of a demo with these ladies in just a minute with our friend and makeup artist, Natalie Matthias, and our lovely model, Karina. But first, Sarah, what did you think of the beauty looks on the Oscar red carpet last night?
I have to say no one wowed me, not really wowed, which is kind of typical for red carpet makeup because generally I think celebrities want to play it safe on a night as big as that. There were a few risk takers with some bold lips, but otherwise everyone pretty much kept it fairly tame.
Well, speaking of, I guess this would be qualified as tame, there was a lot of the minimalist look on sort of the nude lips, nude eyes that we saw on Jessica Chastain, we saw it on Cate Blanchett and Zoe Saldana. Sarah, tell us all about this look.
Yes, and actually that was also a really big trend on the spring runways, this sort of no makeup trend, so it wasn't that surprised to see that last night. It's a beautiful look. It's really about enhancing your natural features and using a really sort of basic nude palette to highlight what you already have.
How do you do this look without ending up looking like, I feel like I have pale skin, and you don't want to look really like you just kind of, you know, need some sun?
Yes. Well, the idea is, again, to use what you naturally have. So if you're when you blush, what color do you blush? And try and find a blush that mimics that. Oh, okay. So that's, again, just sort of enhancing what you already have. So that's one way to do it. But definitely palette is everything. You have to find one that really works with your skin tone.
Okay, so now I don't know anyone who doesn't love a smoky eye, right? So, and this was another major trend on the red carpet last night. I seen on Felicity Jones, Lupita Nyong'o, and Sienna Miller. And we're going to demo this look on Alouad. And Sarah, what's new about this smoky eye?
Well, a smoky eye traditionally is you do use a charcoal or a darker shadow, but what makes it really modern is using a metallic, so like a copper, silver, gold. Lupita's eye last night was beautiful, and that was a sort of a gunmetal, silvery shadow. So that's what makes it really modern and fresh.
Okay, Natalie, I need to ask you about a smoky eye. How do you make it a smoky eye without making it a smudgy eye?
That's a
right, because it's like a real difference.
Well, the nice thing about formulas now is there are a lot of products for the eyes that are longer wearing and have a lot of good staying power. And you could do a cream to powder eyeshadow. But if you are using a traditional powder, the key is dabbing your brush into the product, but also tapping off the excess and then applying it, dabbing it onto the eye, and then taking a separate clean brush and making sure you're blending that product into the lid so that you don't have excess product throughout the day falling onto your under eye.
I thought you were using blue.
I was going to say, I thought that smoky eye had to be black or gray.
And that's a new thing. With a modern smoky eye, you could use any color. Like we saw in Lupita, she did like a silvery white, but here we're doing a nice navy blue, and it just accents like something more neutral so that there's a little bit more pop to your eye.
And when you have this gorgeous face,
I know,
right?
Now, lastly, what about lip color? What's the best way to go when you've got the smoky eye?
I think generally the thinking is a minimal lip is good if you're doing a smoky eye so that the attention stays up here. But again, with Lupita last night, she had a sort of aubergine lip and it looked beautiful. So you can do that too.
Okay, so lastly, we're going to talk about the bold lip look, much like what we saw on Margot Robbie, Emma Stone, and Dakota Johnson on the red carpet. So Pilar is going to model for us over here. How can we rock this bold lip on our own?
Yes, well, so Dakota's lip, I think that was sort of the thinking with this look is it was a bit more formal in that it has a little bit of liner, and actually we have the color that they used here today on Dakota. It was one of Chanel's Rouge Coco line. It's called Gabrielle.
Oh, it already looks expensive.
But to make it really modern and to wear it every day, applying straight from the tube, like Natalie's doing here, onto your lips, and then diffusing the color out from the center, that makes it look.
Do you think Karl Lagerfeld would approve of you doing that with your fingers on his?
I agree. 100%. It warms up the product, and also when it's a red lip color, sometimes when you're touching up, you know, you don't want to act like you don't want to irritate your actual skin on your lips, and sometimes when you're pulling on it, when you're touching up, you're actually making that skin show up. So if you're just being gentle as you're touching up with it, it actually makes it look a lot more prettier.
Okay.
And one thing I like about a bold lip is when it makes my lips look even bigger than they are. So would I use a lip liner for that? Because Natalie is used to me saying, you know, I want my lips to look bigger, bigger and bigger.
Well, if you're going for the natural wash, you wouldn't do that, but you might want to, for when you're doing more of a formal one for a red carpet and you want that like really bold look, you definitely would use the lip liner, and you could go just a hairline above the lip line. You don't want to go overly so that it looks too overdrawn.
And what about putting a base, like a foundation or a concealer on your lip to prolong a bold lip? Because sometimes, you know, when you're eating or you're drinking and you have that red line under your chin, that always happens, right? How can we make it stay longer?
Well, here's the thing. You can use that technique, and a lot of people do that, but the nice thing about where makeup has gone from back in the day is the formulas are so amazing. So you have these long-wearing lipsticks, but they don't make your lips dry, and they stay on from like morning till night.
And Sarah, just one last question. Can you do this kind of a bold lip during the day, or should you reserve this for night?
This feels more like a party lip to me. That's especially Margot Robbie's. I loved that look last night. That was definitely a red carpet look. She looked beautiful.
So you really, you shouldn't show up in the office. This look, you might. It's a bit of a bold statement.
It's a very bold statement for day. I think you need a bit of dim lighting to really feel the effect of that. If you're an average person like us.
And because I'm such, you know, I love a red lip, but there's like blue reds and there's orange reds. How do you figure out what red is right for your skin tone?
Well, I think for me, I like going based on your undertone, right? So like she's got a warmer olive skin tone, so we've used actually like more of an orangey based red on her. But like, to be honest, red is one of those things that you could play up anyway, right? So depending on what you're wearing too, you don't want to be clashing. So if you're wearing a blue-red top and you want to match it, you're going to wear a blue-red lip color, right? You're not going to wear an orange one. So just have fun with it. That's what makeup's for, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you to our model. So you can head to our website after today's show for another look at all of these fabulous makeup trends, and make sure you check out the March issue of Fashion Magazine, which is on newsstands right now. It's time for a short break.